guys, this morning we are having a hearty conversation and we are saying to the youths, join a group and not a gang. This morning to have that conversation with me, we are talking about all the work that is happening on the Roxboro Police Youth Club front with no other than ACP at the TTPS, Mr. Collis Hazel. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning to you. It's a pleasure being here again, and to all your viewers, so many, wide and far.
Right. Now, I'm happy that you are in studio with us in the flesh. They say in living color. This morning, usually, we are virtual because you are always on the go. And but even before we get into all things that is happening at the Police Youth Club, I want to, find out from you, how have you been doing and how has this new portfolio been treating you? You look, quite bright this morning when we saw you in the studio. You were glowing and all of that. So how has this new portfolio been for you?
Well, first I must say, the police service is a dynamic institution, and therefore any opportunity to serve at any level really is one that is one look forward for in terms of leadership. My new portfolio focuses on being in charge of the tactical units within the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So it has moved me from being in charge of 2 divisions to now 6 divisions in the police service. And I take that responsibility with pride, with the confidence and the ability that I know that I can deliver in those units. And of course, with the level of responsibility, with rank comes responsibility. I am now the most senior assistant commissioner in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So therefore,
well, you don't even have to go any further. We already know, right? The inevitable, they say great men come from the East without prejudice, of course. But not only are you a great man that came from the East, but you have been doing the work to mold and foster an environment that creates opportunities for other young persons to sort of follow suit or to understand that there is more than one route that one can take to accomplishing some of the things that they may want to accomplish, or build some of the things that they have seen, or even accomplish what may be deemed to be the unattainable within their district or their community. And so tell me about some of the work that the Roxboro Police Club has been doing of recent and why you're sitting here this morning to tell the people about what's happening.
Okay. So, of course, my years, I started in Police Youth Club in 1989. And of course, the Police Youth Club was started in 1990. And therefore, we are at this point in time celebrating 34 years of existence as a youth organization serving the community of Roxboro and environ, Tobago, and the wider in areas of culture, sports, education, entrepreneurship, community development, youth development, environmental projects, and a whole list of philanthropic activities focusing on young men and girls, and also we focus as well as young women as well, and senior citizens in terms of our programming. 34 years is, as I can see it, as a span in terms of the developmental stages for a voluntary organization. And therefore, we continue to celebrate with pride the work that Roxboro Police Youth Club has been doing. Today is dubbed for us Media Monday. So on every platform throughout, you will see our members doing something in celebrating our success. And of course, you are very fortunate that you're having the leader with you, your team. Roxboro Police Youth Club I must say, looking back at the 34 years, it has been very rewarding, very challenging, but of course, therein lies success at the end. You know, we can boast of having developed the lives and livelihood of so many Tobagonians who are at this point in time taking up their role and responsibility at national development. And we always proud ourselves of being proud of our members. And we work with all of them, of all color, creed, class, and race, in order to develop them into respectable citizens. So being that we have seen persons coming to the organization being very shy, and today has blossomed into that person who can speak eloquently, who can deliver in different skills sets. And for this, we are eternally grateful, and we look forward asking other persons in terms of, at this point in time, where Trinidad and Tobago seems to be caught up in gang culture. We are really pushing for this anniversary that persons should join a group and not a gang.
Right.
And there are so many advantages in terms of joining a group. You know, it's only yesterday I took time in listening to a birthday celebration, and let me say hats off and happy birthday to Miss Eula down there in Bethel, 90 years old. It was such an awesome celebration for this lady, as every time I look at the program and I saw this 90-year-old granny standing up, I'm saying, yes, she should feel so proud, because I saw Tobago behind her. And it was such a wonderful, awesome celebration. So, congratulations to her. But I was just saying, from that program, you know, you saw so many groups that are functioning. And that is an encouragement for us to encourage people to participate in group rather than getting themselves involved in gangs.
Right. And have you seen a gang culture that is predominantly formed in Trinidad, seeping into Tobago?
Well, we have had, because of social media, we have had the involvement of our young people and not so young people gravitating to gangs. And of course, the intelligence in terms of coming out from that is that where with the formal group setting, people will sit in meetings and talk and discuss issue. Of course, there are what we now have to treat with in terms of virtual gangs, operating under silos, using other social media platform, communicating with their constituents in a bid to do crime and criminality. And therefore, we are saying to our young people, and not so young people, that this is not benefiting the society in any way. This is only benefiting the gang leader and, of course, his accomplices involved with him. We are asking people that to get themselves involved in groups, social groups, religious groups, political groups. You just name groups that will make meaningful contribution, educational groups, therapeutic groups, to society, rather than getting themselves in gang culture, because it is not giving any sustainable benefit and causing mayhem to society.
Understood. And so this is a call as well for persons to join the Roxboro Police Youth Club. Are you currently recruiting individuals?
Of course. So we are making the call not only to join Roxboro, but there are about 18 other police youth clubs throughout Tobago, and throughout Trinidad and Tobago we are 107. So I am making the appeal for persons to join any police youth club within any area, community throughout Trinidad and Tobago. The Police Youth Club has proven to be that organization that really and truly provides a level of interaction, develop communication skills, develop social skills, develop that level of cohesiveness, develop your group dynamics, and give you that opportunity to be able to speak confidently. It develops your self-esteem and your level of self-efficacy as you continue to function throughout life. And therefore, we really want young people to be a part of these movements. And we support the initiative of even joining other groups. I've seen in Tobago, we saw a dwindling of the other groups like this, the Girls Guide, the Brownies. So we are asking persons to go back to our moorings, try to get back young people involved in these groupings as well, the Pathfinders, so that there's much benefit there in youth development rather than getting themselves involved in a gang. And yes, we will be recruiting. It was very awesome, an awesome moment for me on Saturday night. When I look at the whole, the Police Youth Club membership at Roxboro, this is one time we saw a great increase in terms of persons. Particularly, we want to see some more young men, but there was really an increase in membership in terms of girls outside there, meeting with their dance coordinator, and just bringing off the evening, the year for a close in terms of all the activities that they have been having. And it was, one thing I can boast of is that increase in membership in people coming forward in joining the Roxboro Police Youth Club.
Okay. And what events do you guys have scheduled for the rest of the year?
Okay. So we are going to be having an open day on Thursday and Friday at the Police Youth Club grounds. And, we are celebrating nestled in the lush green forest of in Roxboro Bloody Bay Road, opposite the police station and next to the hospital, with our headquarters there. So we are going to be having an open day celebration where persons can come in and view artifacts of our life and existence for 34 years, what we have been involving. They will be entertained by some of our very own personnel from the group. Of course, we produce, I'm bold to crave that we produce Verse,
Right.
the Road March, Tobago Road March, Soca Monarch, and we produce Tam Tam.
Right.
So those are two of our members from our group, and we produce many others. Let's think about the fact that in politics, our Member of Parliament, Mrs. Ayanna Webster Roy, was in fact a member of the Police Youth Club at Roxboro, as well as Senator and Secretary for Tourism, Nadine Stewart Phillip, was also a secretary of the Police Youth Club. So we have gone far, way on beyond in terms of producing all these, so many police officers throughout, so many members of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, members in all different, so many nurses, so even doctors serving us right here in Tobago in the hospital came out of the Roxboro Police Youth Club. And therefore, it's a proud moment. So that open day celebration is going to focus on giving people an opportunity whereby they can come out and register to be a part of the Police Youth Club. They can also look at what we have been doing and have a close-up moment of a Photoshop opportunity for memorabilia, stuff like that.
All right,
with
and
the
maybe
organization.
possibly volunteer to be a part of some
to
of
look
the
at what
events.
we've been doing in terms of the events, because we do have people coming back. I recall our secretary Reverend Father Steve Duncan, the Roman Catholic minister, came out of the Roxboro Police Youth
Wow.
Club.
Wow.
So we do have all those persons that are involved. We are also going to be having uh, a program later on for in celebration. On this Saturday, we celebrate our persons that are involved in the Belmana Festival.
Right.
Many persons weren't aware, but the Roxboro Belmana Festival this year was put on by the Roxboro Police Youth Club. We were responsible for staging the production of that entire successful festival. So we are going to be bringing all the members of the cast who were members of the Police Youth Club to treat them to an awesome afternoon on Saturday, so that we celebrate that opportunity, because it's something that is really worth, them coming out. They have worked really hard throughout the year, and therefore we look to the opportunity to celebrate
Well,
them.
that's quite amazing,
Yes.
impressive. I mean, we look forward to something like that. And we're gonna take a quick break right here, and we're gonna be back really soon. So stay with us, guys.
Black Friday starts now at Courts. Get new and amazing deals every week with the